Hi, I'm Andy Malex and you're watching Digital Coma Academy. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a DJ mix in Ableton Live. So if you are a DJ who has no gear next to him, or you want to make a DJ mix without any issues of re-recording that again and again, or maybe you're just a musical enthusiast that you would like to make mixes for YouTube, but you don't have a DJ skills, but you have a very good taste in music, so you want to utilize that and make something for the world and for the community and to create something for people to listen to. When the Spotify playlist is not enough, you just want to make full mixes to be able to listen on YouTube or make a YouTube radio out of that. So basically I'm gonna show you how to make a DJ mix in Ableton Live. So anyone can actually do that afterwards. And I'm gonna show you how I do it my way. I'm not going to go deeply into details of things that why would you want to know something complicated? You can always make it more complicated if you want, but I'll show you how I do it. So how do I get my own results? So let's just get straight to the point. To avoid any kind of copyright issues or strikes on my channels, I would like to use my own tracks, because that way at least I can handle the situation. And my tracks that I'm going to use today, they are 174 BPM, and you can see that number over here, 120. This is saying that my project file, the actual project window, is in 120 BPM, which is not matching my track. So imagine when you drag and drop all your music into Ableton Live. Here currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks already drag and dropped. So I just drop them there. These are the tracks that I'm going to use for my mix. And now I wish to show you how to make them in the same tempo of my project. All of them are 174, but that's not the issue. I mean, they are matching the tempo, but they will not match when I start mixing them, because if I put one to another one over here, it looks like they match. They actually don't match. And I have to make my project tempo at the same at a certain BPM, and my tracks have to be in this BPM. Here is the warp button. You don't press that straight away. First thing you have to figure out, okay, what is the BPM of my song? And by putting on the metronome, turning on the metronome, so you can hear my hi-hat is not playing with the you can hear my hi-hat is not playing with the metronome. So what we do now is we have to imagine that you don't know the tempo of the tune. So you will have to adjust the metronome while you can use arrow keys on the keyboard. So you see that there is something matching over here. So this is your beat. This is my hi-hat. And to know that it's matching, I select this part, I press Command L on a Mac, and I don't care how you do it on Windows, and you press play. So it's looping. That means that it's in tempo. Now, when I have my track in the BPM of the project, 174 here, I can press warp. So that way I can do the following things. Imagine if all of a sudden I want to make a certain, I don't know, I want to use drum and bass track in breakbeat mix. That way I can adjust the tempo of a track by just changing the tempo of the project. So for example, this is the 174. I can feel it's coming. I feel it's coming. I feel it's coming. My way. So when you have the warp button activated and you go through those different algorithms of time stretching, complex is probably the most suitable here at the moment, but I'm not going to time stretch my tracks. My track's gonna stay in 174 anyway. So going further, now when I have my first track, so it drops exactly here, and then the next switch is here, and the next one is here, and the breakdown is there. So basically the track is DJ friendly. It has strict structure, you know, like every 16 bars there is something changing, and so it's logical for DJs to play. There is no off beats or whatever. It's, well, I mean, I have nothing against off beats if you're making experimental music, unless you have experience in making music. So basically the tracks are more likely DJ friendly structured. So these tracks that I have, they are DJ friendly structured. So if this one has the breakdown over here, and here is the second drop, so that part is my breakdown and build up. Now I will be, you just copy what I'm doing. I'm not going to explain much on that, because now I will take the next tune, which is called Steps, and I'll try to find how I can fit it in there and how can I mix it in. So this one is a little bit messy, as you can hear, because both of the tracks, they have highs, lows and mids. I'm talking about the frequencies. That means that if one song is playing bass, then the other song should not be playing bass. So this is how you this is how you mix the tracks together. So if one is playing bass, the other one should stop playing bass, so you have to cut off this frequency by an equalizer. So there are few ways that you can do that. I will show you one of the options, which is literally copying the DJ mixer. Let's say I take EQ free, so it's like a 3-line equalizer like on the DJ mixer, and if we play and I remove, so this is my audio track 2, and if you're new to Ableton, sorry, I'm a little bit too fast, you go to audio effects. This is Ableton Live 9. That's my favorite version till now, even though the 12 is out there already. So you take EQ free, you put it on audio 2, and now you want to take off the lows, for example. You can hear this phasing sound. The reason why you hear this sound is because the tunes might be using maybe the same drum sound. Okay, so I made a little this is like delay control. So the track number 2 starts 5 milliseconds before the grid. So you can use the EQ free to turn on and turn off the frequency. But this is not the way I like it. I mean, it's traditional on a traditional DJ mixer. I like to use auto filter, which will be more interesting to use in the very beginning. So you need two filters. For the track number 1, I will use the filter in that settings, and for track number 2, I will use two filters. And I will show you how you make an automation. So once everything is in place and you have the tracks structured, you know that how you're gonna mix them. Just follow me basically. So this way I'm cutting off the low frequencies of a song. And if I press here show automation, it will show me auto filter frequency line. And now this is the frequency I want to start my automation with. So that way it doesn't interfere the rest of the track of trip sign. Also, I can do the same for the high frequencies, but to take them down a little bit on that part. I want you to see that there is an issue with that. This is your master channel, and you can see it's red. So that's the next thing that I will want to show you. I will show you something that in my experience I've been looking at. Whoever is uploading mixes, if they're live recorded or okay, there is no post-processing done on most of the mixes, and whenever you listen to a mix, they're like low volume tunes, high volume tunes, fat tunes, thin tunes, and stuff like that. And you actually want your mix to be, solid, like, I don't know, soundproof. You want it to be, all in the same level kind of thing. You don't want it to be all of a sudden quiet. And I will show you how to make like post-produced mixes to sound top notch. So what I'm going to do now, so I mixed 2 tracks. Now you can listen how smoothly they transition from one to another. And you can see the filters moving. So use filters to remove frequencies that the other track is playing, and that's simple. It will be more interesting for you. Traditional DJ will figure it out how to make it. I'm showing you the easiest form of making the mix, so anyone can do it. Now I want to mix the track with another tune called Future. The thing with the Future is that it has a pretty short build up. It's only 32 bars and then it drops. No, it's actually 48 bars. Anyway, it's different from the steps. Steps has quite a longer, the drop and the outro, so I want to mix in Future, not like just to kind of go in there. I want Future to play along with the track like you would put a loop function, for example. So let me show you what I'm going to do now with it. you have your automation set. Look what could happen when you press the wrong thing. You have, when you look on the frequency here, you can see the dot. Dot is showing that you have dots here, automation. So you draw your dots over here on that field. But if you're gonna move the frequency knob here, you will see that your line is gray now and the dot is gray now, and then this one is red here. And what happens next is that you're playing your tune, but your automation isn't happening. So to get out of this situation, you just press the red button here and everything is back to normal. This is for you to know when it happens, because it will. Now, I'll show you one little trick. All of the tracks have the warp function activated, so I showed you what the warp function does. And all of a sudden you decided that, okay, I want to make a switch into breakbeat. Drum and bass track to breakbeat, why not? Now I'll put here 100, I'll press master here, and I'll put here 174 as the top BPM of my project, and let's say 135 as the bottom BPM of my project. Next thing that I'm going to do, I want to automate that over here, and I press show automation, and I have this window showing in the song tempo where I just made my edits. So this is the trick that you can do, you use it back and forth. So you can go up and down and return back to drum and bass. Now I'm going to the final, I think. I'm mixing the last few tunes, so you have an understanding how it all works together. I think that's enough for the show. I can call it a masterclass. No, I'm joking. I need to show you something how to finalize your mix now. The tracks that you have, they are always loud. I mean, they are already loud if they are commercial tracks. They already have the mastering on them, and they are actually on their limit of volume. We are working with digital audio interface. We are working with digital audio in general, and we are going to put it on digital audio platforms, so it will bring the artifacts. It's not an analog thingy where you're playing loud into the space. So what you want to do is you press Command A on your channel here, you press it here, and you press Command A, so you select all of them, and this is your master volume of each track individually. Never touch the master volume here. I mean, never, ever. Don't even go that way. Don't even build that habit to ever touch the 0 here. Never touch it. So now look, Command A, and let's make them I don't know, -3. So it will be -3 dB, and whenever you play a tune, your master is a little bit clipping, but not red all the time. You can bring it down to -5. But now it's -5 dB, so it's not actually loud anymore. What you need to do now, you take multiband dynamics and you put multiband compression over there on your master. And now you put a glue compressor on top of that. You press soft clip, you make the ratio down to 2:1. Now you can add your attack higher and the release lower, and what you do now is you listen to how it sounds. Whenever it sounds to get squashy, you change the settings. I want to build the volume back. So now I'm mixing in the next track, and it's not going red anymore, it's being limited. I will not go too technical about what happens to the signal. I mean, if you want, you can always learn from me. But this is just a tutorial for people who want to make mixes in Ableton Live. I wanted to transit through, so we will have an example of how smoothly it worked out. Now you need to know how to export it, so you press Command A, Command L, learn the hotkeys very well, choose this one, now press export, you can upload to SoundCloud straight away, and then you choose your settings, press normalize, and make sure that you have render start, render length from here to here, export, name your file, and you are ready to go. I'm not going to save this project, but actually, I could and make the mix further probably, but okay, it doesn't matter. The whole idea is not that now you know how to start making mixes in Ableton Live. That's what I wanted to show you. And that is actually a very common issue that many people looking for software how to make it happen, and then you don't have to suffer hours, you don't have to run the studio to record your mix, and then you have to re-record it and re-record it, re-record it, and then you have to post-process it. If you don't want all that, I'm not saying that I mean, it's not gonna make you a better DJ anyway, but the idea is that you want to sound good and professional on your podcasts or on your mixes that you upload to SoundCloud, YouTube, or use for promos, or you want to show your tracks how they sound like all together. You can make the idea further. So yeah, now you know how to make it happen. There are many bits and bobs and tricks that still to learn even on the phase of making mixes. So in this case, you can always find me on the links below, or wherever you watch this video. You can find me on Instagram. I'm Andy Malex. I'm a music producer for 20 more years. Oh yeah, and you're watching Digital Coma Academy. We're gonna upload more videos over here. We're gonna teach people how to make music, and then you can always apply for my mentorship. You can get courses and masterclasses from me directly. So just find me on Instagram or wherever you find me. I can always reply back to you. Thank you, and subscribe to the channels wherever you watch this video. Subscribe to my Instagram, and let's keep in touch. And I'm waiting for your next podcast and shout out that I helped you get there.